Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Dean with Masterpiece at Gold and Silver, and today we are looking at the 1909 Barber Dime. But before we get into all that, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you get up-to-date content from us, and please share our videos with other folks that you think would enjoy them. So yes, this is a Barber Dime. This was a newer design in 1892. It replaced the seated Liberty Dime, or the seated Liberty obverse. The designer and engraver was none other than the U.S. Mint chief engraver Charles Edward Barber. So this obverse replaced the seated Liberty obverses on the dime, the quarter, and the half dollar. If you do get into collecting the Barber or the Liberty head dimes, here are the years from 1892 to 1916, and here are some popular and key dates to consider. Most of these key dates in mint state condition can fetch thousands of dollars. A lot of people look for the 1893 Philadelphia 3/2, and it's the same with the 1905 New Orleans Micro O. And of course, the biggie here is the 1894 S Proof, where there was only 24 minted, and today there is only 9 known to exist. Lots of stories, lots of mythology around that coin. I highly recommend doing some extra reading for you folks if you get a chance. Some of the stories are quite fantastic. So this 1909 Denver Mint is also a really nice coin. And Barber designed a very recognizable Liberty head. It's reminiscent of the French coinage of the time period. And is still as equally as beautiful, especially for you world collectors. You understand the look. This 1909D, though, I just wanted to talk about the mintage briefly, was 954,000, so under a million of these were minted. This is still not considered a key date because they are readily available in mint state, especially to compare them or comparing them to their other 1909 counterparts. There are many certified examples of these that match the same amount of certified examples for the 1909 O, P, and S. So it's kind of funny that sometimes that these Ds, because of the under of a million mintage, they fetch quite a bit of a premium. This one did not fetch too high of a premium, but I'm glad I purchased it. You can see that there is a lot of luster left, especially in the legends. As we turn the coin here, you can see, especially in the United States of America, you can see that. And then along the serial wreath here, you can see a lot of that luster left. This is an AU50 coin from the Joseph J. Haney collection with the green bean from CAC. We'll talk a little bit more about this a little later, but I wanted to keep pushing through here to our next coin, which is a 1909 New Orleans mint. This is really a beautiful specimen, at least in my eyes it is. I might send it off to CAC at some point. I think it would get the green bean. The luster is very nice. You can see it's nicer than the previous coin. And you can also see that there's some really nice just toning on here. It's not colorful toning. It just seems like nice original toning, like this coin was just either put in an envelope or put into an album and it just stayed there for a while. Shifting gears now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the history. In 1909, the New Orleans Mint actually halted all of its production. So literally 1909 is the last year of the New Orleans Mint. It's really a shame that it happened, but the mint officially closed in 1911. And the reason why the budget was cut for them in 1909 was because they no longer were producing silver dollars, which, as we all know, the Morgan dollar ceased being minted in 1904. That was the final mintage for the 1904 and would not be picked up again until 1921. But let's get back to this 1909 Barber. You can see that the letters here are very strong. All the detail is very strong for the most part. The mintage on these is actually 2,287,000, even though it is more than double the 1909D. Ron Guth argues that the 1909 O dime is an underrated date in the Barber date series or Barber dime series. He states that the 1909 has a smaller number of certified mint state examples than the 1909D, yet the 1909 O is almost invariably priced lower than the 1909D, and he argues that it should be the other way around. And I tend to agree with him. This is really a beautiful strike, and as he states, some of these can be very weakly struck. So the really nice mint state examples should be a lot more valuable compared to some of their other counterparts for the 1909. Really, again, just looking at the obverse here, or the reverse here, just seeing the beauty of this coin. I wish this was a mint state coin. It is not. This is about uncirculated 55, but I will say I picked it up because it really is just a beautiful dime. I really appreciate the toning and the original looking value. I do really want to jump back to the 1909D here, the Joseph J. Haney collection. He was a well-known numismatist who actually specialized in Barber dimes. So when I saw this, I thought, hey, it's got the green bean. It's part of his old original collection, and so I went for it. I want to end here with our final Barber 1909. You can see the beautiful luster on this fine example. Just really nice. It has some a little toning here and there. I don't find it distracting. I think some people might because it's kind of spotty toning. But again, I don't think it takes away from the luster at all. The reverse is really nice. The Philadelphia Mint minted, I believe, 10,240,000 of these. And it really just is just really a great example. It took me a while to find the one I really wanted that was at a decent price. I find a lot of these in mint state online can be 2 to 3 times the book value, which I don't really understand why that is, and they will sit for months and months and months as a buy it now, and I'm not really sure what people are thinking. I guess they're not motivated to sell, and maybe they don't need to, I don't know. But this one was reasonably priced for an online price as well, and just really a beautiful example. I'm having trouble focusing here on this. I'm not really sure why. There we go. That's nice. Looks good. There is a little bit of a mark on his cheek, and then just below his chin, there's kind of some abrasions there. But again, it's not too distracting. At least for me, it's not. I don't know about you, but for me, looking for this coin to add to my personal collection here at Massabesic Gold and Silver, it was definitely for me a necessity to get. And you can find a lot of these out there, like I was saying before, but they're just I don't know if you're going to collect Barber dimes or if you already do. Just how beautiful they come. I will say in the lower grades, I don't really tend to appreciate them much. They almost become a cull to me, even though they're not. But I just don't appreciate them as much as these higher grades. And I will say I don't believe that with all coins. There's a lot of low grade coins that I do appreciate, like Lincoln cents, even Morgan dollars. Those lower grades, I really like. But getting back to this 1909 Philadelphia, so I paid $249.97 back in I think it was about a year ago actually when I purchased this on eBay, and that I think it's very fair for this grade, for the overall look of this coin. But again, like I said, be wary out there of what people are trying to sell these at. I should look here what the current PCGS prices are. But let me see, I'm having such trouble focusing. It's kind of frustrating. But here you go. You can see that there's really a lot of luster, a lot of nice luster left. Just really nice overall. Just a really, really great coin. This is, I wish it was gem. It's close, but I think that the big abrasions and some of the other really knocks it down into the MS64, which isn't too bad. And on today's market, from what I was just kind of looking on the PCGS app, they put it right around $350. Like I said before, I paid roughly $250 for it. And again, it was well worth it because as you can see, I'm just missing the 1909S, which happens to be one of the coins I'm currently in the hunt for. So it doesn't really matter to me if it's an NGC or a PCGS holder, but my hope is to find the 1909S in a relatively good shape. I don't know if it'll be as good as about uncirculated, but we'll see. This coin here, though, I just wanted to quickly just look at grading. So this, PCGS says it's about uncirculated 50, and then this example here is slightly higher. So let's just look. I think it's most noticeable in the luster. You can really see the luster in the AU55 really dance there, and the legends and among the devices there, just compared, just so that's one of the big differences. And then when you do get closer, as we did previously in the video, you can really see the little marks here and there. So I just wanted to share with you quickly about the 1894S proof while we look at this coin once more. So as the story goes, there was a $2.40 deficit at the San Francisco Mint, so they ended up minting striking the 24 proofs to make up that difference. There's another story that they made the 24 to impress or to show some gratitude to 24 high-up bank officials. And then there's some stories about spending one on an ice cream and everything else. So check that out. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you all keep coming back. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until we meet again, stay safe and enjoy.